Okay, I am on the right page, so.
Okay, Judge. In cause number 2020-0D01521, State of Texas versus Danny Gonzalez. Announcement of council, please.
Eliana Lizalde for the state. State is ready.
Rick Huffman, on behalf of Mr. Gonzalez, we are ready.
Thank you. All right, it appears we are scheduled for a pre-revocation hearing, so I'm not sure what it is you need to discuss with me, but whichever of you wants to take the lead, please proceed.
So Judge, from my recollection in the last hearing, the state was doing 2 TDC. We've already filed a motion to revoke.
Okay,
You know what, Judge, I just had a question for the probation officer. Was he in the mental health caseload?
Yes, he was, Mr. Huffman.
And is that the probation department's recommendation as well?
The probation officer's summary provided to the court states that the department is recommending Mr. Gonzalez be admonished by the court. In addition, Mr. Gonzalez to be re-referred to EHN Tacoma program and Ozark for substance abuse treatment.
So this was basically just like some technicals and maybe a couple failure to appears.
Yeah, and I actually can't recall if Judge Perez at that time was really willing to just modify. I remember she was okay with my motion to revoke, so I could be wrong. Carla, do you remember?
The last hearing, let me check. And just to let the court know, back on November, I just want to get the right date. Back on November 10, 2022, probation officer did email Honorable Judge Perez, informing her, updating Judge Perez of Mr. Gonzalez's non-compliance during that time. He was, like I mentioned, in the MHI caseload already. He was receiving services through EHN. He had his caseworker. He was to be attending, he was referred to Ozark to attend substance abuse treatment due to him having, I believe the concern was there was positive meth use. And he hadn't been showing up to the scheduled appointments. At that time, the email also stated he had stayed in EHN's extended observation unit. And I'm going back, this is back in November, October, November, this is when all this was happening. He was to attend an appointment upon being released. Judge wanted to know if he showed up to the appointment. Following up on that, he didn't show up to his appointment. He was a no-show. And that's when Judge Perez ordered a bench warrant. And thereafter, he didn't report again.
So I know the department's recommendation, Judge, but at this point, I'm thinking of revoking.
okay, well, you filed a motion to revoke, right, already?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, and is there any action that the state or defense is asking me to take today?
None, Judge, not from the state.
Your Honor, if we could just get a quick turnaround on another.
Can you repeat that, Mr. Huffman? Mr. Huffman, you sound a little muffled. Start again.
Judge, can we get a quick turnaround for another pre-revo, say in a week? For some reason, my notes, I've talked to Mr. Gonzalez. but I'm not seeing much on my nose. So there's something missing here. And I need to talk to him.
Sure. I don't see any problem with that. Of course, I am not the one who creates the court's calendar, but we'll see what we can do for you.
Your Honor, may I?
Yes.
In referring to Ms. Elisande's question earlier regarding the last hearing. Last hearing was on March 23rd, and the discussion of the 2 years TDC was, that was what was mentioned.
So, Mr. Huffman, I don't think the judge was considering modification. We can ask her at the next court date to clarify if I'm incorrect.
And
Okay,
just to be clear, I don't believe there would be any modification. He was already on in the program in the intensive probation, mental health caseload. He was already in this actual caseload, so it would just be to continue.
Well, maybe some ACOP or something.
okay, well, maybe at the next court hearing, you let us know why he would do differently this time.
You know, I do remember talking to him, and he told me that he works like crazy. He's living with his mom. He's paying the rent at his mom's, and he just told me he was just working a lot. But it's not like he was out there committing crimes. You know, but I think given the mental health issue, there may have been some things that were kind of lost in translation, like the Takumi and the BIP and the reporting, because did he recently change probation officers or something? For some reason,
So if it's okay with the court judge, if we could, and of course, Myrna, if we could get another pre-verbal court setting like Mr. Huffman has requested.
if we can get it next week, because I'm hoping we can get something sorted out, because this guy's got some mental health issues, and jail's not the place for him. For some technical, I mean, I don't know about the failure to report, but I'll talk to him about that one.
Okay,
Yes, if you would just step out into the hall, I'll get the bailiff to check you in just a moment. Thank you.
Myrna, you there?
There
I
she-
am. I'm sorry. I was taking a call.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. I think, Judge, are you inclined to grant another hearing?
Yes, I think I'm going to let Mr. Huffman have the opportunity to discuss defendant's options with him. So if we can get another pre-revo hearing at the earliest date available, Ms. Hernandez, that's what I'm going to suggest.
Yes, ma'am. I'll go ahead and send the notice.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Do we have something else on Zoom?
So there's a defendant out in the hallway. I told him to have a seat and you would check him in. Is that the right thing to tell him? Okay. Good morning.
Maybe excuse us, I'm gonna head upstairs.
Yes, sorry about that. I thought I'd put my mute on, but I guess I did not. But yes, Mr. Huffman, you are excused. I believe we have some live pleas here in the courtroom at this point. So
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to mute.
What is,
My call?
okay, yes.
Okay,